Welcome back to the farmstead. Today, I'm very excited to share with you that my seeds for the garden have all come in. I'll show you what I got. I think I told you I had gotten me a planner, and I have been working in my planner. I have written down, taken time to decide exactly what I wanted to plant this year and what I wanted to focus on. I wanted to be very intentional about what I'm planting. Now, if I had a big enough spot, I could take every seed packet I could get my hands on, go out there and just throw them all out and be thrilled with whatever came up. That would be fun. But I have a limited space. I know that there are things that we really like, things that I really want to grow. I have plans for things I really want to make, like salsa and salsa verde, that I wanted to be very prepared for in gathering up my seeds for the year. So I went through and I have written down tomatoes, peppers, okra. I've got, of course, the potatoes and the onions and garlic that I need to get put out. Things for my green stalk. I've got beans. I've decided I am going to do some patty pan squash and fairy tale pumpkins. I'm also going to plant radishes around those in hopes of keeping off some of those squash bugs. And then I'm going to shop at my local farmer's market to get my yellow squash and some zucchini and support some other local farmers around. I just was so frustrated with the squash bug problem last year. So, got all that. I'm going to try to do some broccoli and cauliflower right here as it's warming up. Of course, they won't last all season. Cucumbers, radishes, a few carrots, some herbs, and things like chamomile, St. John's wort. Never done that before. I've got some seeds for that. Calendula, verbena, coneflower, and I got some seeds for butterfly weed. So I'm making this list. Like I say, I want to be very intentional about what I'm doing. Now, up in my planning part, I have also been putting down my birthdays and writing down on the spaces where I have bigger, like here for February the 1st, I have to seed my cauliflower and broccoli. I've gone through, I've looked at my last expected frost date, which I think is in March. Let's flip over here and look in March. That's April. March, yes, March the 20th. I'm in zone 8. So March the 20th is my last expected frost date. So I have backtracked to figure out when I wanted to start my seeds. Now, Wednesday the 7th of February and Sunday the 11th are big days. And on those days, I want to do peppers. I want to focus one day on peppers, and then I want to focus one day on tomatoes and get those going. I have to bring my little shelf in here to put my heat mats on. It's already, the light's already attached to it. Just got to figure out where I'm going to put that this year. So I've got that planned. Coming over here, I've got February the 14th. That's traditionally when we plant our potatoes, and you also plant cosmos that day. So we'll get those going. I've got days throughout the rest of the month and on into March about when we're going to do. I even have in May that we're going to plant okra, because okra very much likes to be hot. It does not like to be cold. So I've got a day written over here somewhere to plant my okra right there. And this is to put my strawberries and things in my green stalk. So that actually is April. There we go. Birthdays. I'm going to check for peaches at our local orchard and plant the okra. Okay, so the planner is coming along well. Now, I've also taken some time to draw some layouts of how my raised beds are laid out and how my garden is laid out generally. Now my raised beds, I have 12 half barrels that Papa built me frames to set in. And each year I amend those with compost and decide what we're going to plant there. So far I'm going to plant dill and basil there. I know because I had those there last year and they did fantastic. So we're going to do that, but we got to figure out what we're going to do the rest of it. And then we have the garden, and I've divided into the different places that are there. We're going to try one more year of the in-ground garden, and then we're probably going to try to invest in a high tunnel with raised beds. That's the plan right now. That could always change, but for now, we've got this done. So I have trellises already out there. I've got cattle panels put up for tomatoes. I've got a big section for peppers. I have some little spaces on one side where I'm going to do the squash and the pumpkins. I already have an arch. I'm going to do loofahs, cucumbers, and I have a spot for green beans, and I bought some rattlesnake bean seeds, and a big spot over here where I'm going to do okra. Didn't get much okra last year, and I really missed that. So got that plan in hand. It may stay like that once we get out there to planting. It may not. We'll see, but it's a plan. All right, so let me show you my seeds. Very excited. Oh, let me show you my container first. This is a storage container, and I think it's for 4x6 photos. I have seen these at several different places. I think I got mine on Amazon. They come with these little containers that open up. I think there's 16 in a pack. And they fit perfectly in there to store them and organize. I have many of mine labeled. I have a few here that are not labeled, but I have a little labeler where I can do that. And so I keep my seeds organized in this way. Once I'm done for the season, or if I want to take some out to plant for the day, I can put all the ones that I intend to plant on, say, February the 7th in this box, carry it out to the greenhouse with me, and I've got them all in a nice spot where they'll stay clean and dry while I'm working with it. So I'll link this below, and you can take a look at it and see if it's something that might work for you. But like I say, I have 2 of these, and they have been just dreamy for anybody who likes to organize things. Perfect. All right, so there we go. Here are the seeds. All right, so let's see what we got. Uh-oh, went my ruler. All right, to start with, these have just come in. These are from Seed Savers Exchange. I have some yarrow ordered from, Baker Creek. They've not come in yet, but they're on the way. So I have some Simpson okra. Now this okra is different than what you usually get. I have always grown the Clemson Spineless, which does fine. Last year I tried Hill Country. I did not like the Hill Country okra. It's more of the maroon. Didn't like it. So I'm trying this one this year. This is an heirloom variety, so if we do like it, I can save the seeds from it. So we're going to do those. I got calendula, and I have more calendula, and I got coneflower echinacea. I had one of those bloom last year, and I really want to do more. All right, so here's my tomatoes, San Marzanos. Love San Marzanos. Now for tomatoes, I wanted to do more of a determinate tomato because I want to make salsa. I want to make sauces, and so when you're doing that, you need more of a big batch all at once. So San Marzanos are a semi-determinate. They put on fruit for quite a bit during the summer, but they do a lot at once so that you have that big batch that you need. So we have some San Marzanos. We have Opalkas, Opalka, Opalka. They are another paste tomato that I've heard good things about. So we're going to try. Just got one package of those, and we're going to try those this year. Then I got some different varieties that I've wanted to try. I got some Abe Lincoln's. It is a slicing tomato. I like to have one of a slicing tomato around, and it is an indeterminate, so it will bloom all season long and put on fruit. So I have one Abe Lincoln, and then some of the things that I had done last year, and the hailstorm got them, but I got some more. I'm going to try them again. I got the Kellogg's Breakfast, which is a yellowy orange. And I got Dr. Witchy's, which is a yellow. And those are both slicing tomatoes. And yellow pear. We have had fabulous success with yellow pear tomatoes, both me and my son. He's got a little garden over at his place, and he has done real well with these yellow pears. So, got those. And then we've got, let's move into peppers. We've got a Emerald Giant bell pepper. I grew my lovely Cubanelles last year, and I grew lots of them. And I love them. Don't get me wrong. Love my Cubanelles. And I got 2 packages of Cubanelle seeds. So we're definitely doing our Cubanelles again. I got sweet bananas because Papa loves sweet bananas. He'll go out the garden and pick those and eat those right out of the garden. And my son loves these too, so I always give him some. Let's see, what was I saying? Oh, I'm doing bigger bell peppers this year because I want some meatier bell peppers to put both in the freezer, chopped up, ready to be used, or to do freezer meals with stuffed bell peppers. So I have a Keystone resistant giant bell. Thought that would be something good to try. Now, I don't always do heirlooms. I don't mind some of the hybrids. I have such pest pressure here that I don't mind having some hybrids. So, because they can be pest deterrent. So, have those. Let's see. There's some carrots. There's those things. Oh, here's the other tomatoes that I'm doing. This is a Geranium Kiss. This is a smaller cherry tomato. I'm going to put these in containers on the front porch. If you remember last year, we had our great big 10-foot cherry tomato plant on the front porch. That was fun. But we're going to do some in some smaller pots this year. And I have a Floridae tomato. Now, this is an indeterminate, it says. And this was just one that looked like it would be good both as a slicer and to use in sauces and things. So, a couple packages of those. I did get cauliflower, and I like the white cauliflower. They do have a purple variety, but I don't know that I would care for it. And then a broccoli. We're going to try some broccoli. Got some tomatillos. These are the Grande Rio Verde tomatillos. 2 packages of those because I really want a big batch of those this year to make, like I say, salsa verde. Got that. I do have some crookneck squash seeds that I think I'm going to put to the side and maybe not try this year. I've got the patty pan yellow. This is a white scallop squash that we really like. And so I'm doing some of those, and I'll do some of those for my son. He has a spot over there at his place where they did. Again, great. He has a little bit different kind of soil than I have here. And so some things that don't work so well here work great over at his house. My daughter lives a little bit 45 minutes away. Her soil is a little different even from that. So some of the things that don't do good here do good there. So there's those. And these are rattlesnake beans. Now these are a bean that you can either eat like a green bean, cut them when they're young and still tender, or you can let them dry and go to seed and use them as a dried bean. So rattlesnake bean, gonna try those this year. I have some of the tried and true Blue Lake green beans. Gonna try those. I actually have a distant cousin who grows green beans and sells them at the farmer's market, and they are fantastic. So I may try to grow a few, but I'll probably rely on him for my green beans this year. I bought some icicle radishes to go around the squash. And let's see, we've got some flowers. My granddaughter gave me some marigold seeds, so we'll be planting those this year. We've got those. There's some more calendula. Here's the echinacea. Now I find these at Lowe's, and these are what they call pelleted seeds, which means they have just a clay coating over them. And sometimes when you have pelleted seeds, it can be helpful because some seeds are so tiny that they're just very hard to handle, but pelletizing them makes them a little easier to handle. I've not found that I have a better germination rate with or without them being pelletized, but just ease of handling is something to think about. So we have, this is butterfly weed, and we have some more echinacea. So we'll put those on that pile. Have some verbena, just for the different beautiful colors. And this is a 5-spot something that I can't pronounce. It almost looks like a petunia, but it's got purple on the ends. And I just thought that this looked so pretty. I may try to grow some of these and put them on the pots on the front porch. But really pretty. So you can try those. We've got some different things in here that I'm not sure I'll try. I've got some blue cathedral bells. I think this is a vining plant. If I have a spot, I might throw those in there. I have my fairy tale pumpkin seeds that I saved for my one last year. We have some of the free lettuce seeds, salad bowl mix seeds we got with our MI Gardener order. Arugula, we're going to put in the green stalk. A mesclun mix we'll put in the green stalk. We're also going to put strawberries in the green stalk. And I found that I do better with buying the strawberry plants and putting them in the green stalk. I also have the local orchard where I check for peaches. They have fantastic strawberries where I bought some last year. Put those in the freezer. So I'll probably get some from them, but also try to grow some for me. And a couple more packages of the San Marzano tomatoes that I had left over from last year. And these are some seeds. I exchanged some seeds with a friend on TikTok. And these are loofah seeds. I'm going to try some loofahs. I had sprouted some last year, and they were growing, and the hailstorm got them. So, got that going on. Here are my cucumbers. This is a pickling cucumber. This is a Wisconsin SMR pickling cucumber. Wanted something really hearty to make some pickles with last year. I haven't made pickles in the last couple of years. So I am definitely due to make, especially bread and butter pickles. I have got the chamomile. Going to grow some chamomile again. Last year I had some growing. Hailstorm got it. I was very disappointed, but can try that. And I got St. John's wort. This is one I have heard about for many years. I've always wanted to try it. This year I pulled the trigger, bought some seeds. We're going to give it a shot. I have got cilantro to go in our salsa and salsa verde, and dill so that we can make dill pickles, because one of the granddaughters has decided she loves dill pickles. So we're going to make dill pickles along with our favorite bread and butter pickles this year. So got all those going on. And I think that for what I've already got so far, that covers it. Now, like I say, I've got my planner. I think I've got all of these listed in my planner as to when we're going to start planting them. Gonna try seed block, soil blocking this year. Bought one of those. And so before we turn around, it'll be time to get started with those. So still got to go get some seed starting mix. May try to make some. Probably will buy some and then maybe try to make my own next year. But got to get that together. Straighten up the greenhouse a bit. Get through this rainy, cold winter that we're having. At least up until first couple weeks in February. And then we'll really get out in the greenhouse in earnest and get these started. So leave me a note below on what you're most looking forward to growing this year. I'd love to hear. So I'm excited. It's going to be a fun year. I'm anxious to have the fresh things out of the garden again. And yeah, it's going to be a great time. I'm excited. So thanks for watching. I'll see you next time.